The hidden danger behind your morning routine. Every morning, millions of seniors wake up and begin their day with habits they believe are healthy. But what if one of these so-called healthy routines is quietly putting your heart and brain in danger? If you're over 60, one overlooked habit may be increasing your risk of deadly blood clots without you even realizing it. As a neurologist, I've seen too many older adults suffer from strokes, mini-strokes, or cardiovascular complications that could have been prevented. What most people don't know is that the first hour after waking is when your body is most vulnerable. Your blood pressure naturally spikes in the early morning hours. Your circulation is just beginning to ramp up after hours of sleep. If you rush through your routine without giving your body time to adjust, you may trigger a cascade of problems, including stroke, high blood pressure, and abnormal blood clotting. One of the most dangerous habits: jumping out of bed too fast. After a full night of rest, your body is in a low blood pressure state. When you go from lying down to standing up too quickly, blood can momentarily struggle to reach your brain. This sudden shift, known as orthostatic hypotension, can cause dizziness, fainting, or even a fall. But more critically, in older adults with clogged arteries, it may momentarily cut off oxygen to the brain, increasing the risk of a stroke. And that's not all. Many people also skip hydration first thing in the morning. Your brain and heart are dehydrated after 7 to 8 hours of sleep. When you don't drink water, your blood becomes thicker, circulation slows, and your heart must work harder to push blood through narrowed vessels. This creates the perfect condition for blood clots to form, especially in individuals with pre-existing cardiovascular conditions. These morning risks can go unnoticed for years. You may feel a little dizzy. You may have some mild forgetfulness. But over time, this repeated stress adds up, leading to poor circulation, heartbeat irregularities, and eventually, a serious cardiovascular event. The fix, however, is simple. Take 2 minutes each morning to sit up slowly. Breathe deeply. Let your heart and blood vessels adjust. Then drink a full glass of room temperature water. This habit alone helps lower blood pressure, thin the blood naturally, and improve circulation to the brain and heart. It also supports healthy arteries and helps prevent stroke by improving hydration status and reducing clotting risk. What feels normal isn't always safe, especially after 60. If your goal is to protect your memory, mobility, and independence as you age, you need to start with your mornings. Why skipping morning, water, and relying on coffee may be harming your heart? After a full night's sleep, your body wakes up in a slightly dehydrated state. You haven't had anything to drink for 6 to 8 hours. During this time, your body has lost fluids through breathing, sweating, and even digestion. This silent water loss thickens your blood, slows your circulation, and places extra stress on your heart. And yet, one of the most common mistakes older adults make: skipping water first thing in the morning. Many seniors grab a cup of coffee right away, believing it's the best way to wake up their system. But coffee, especially when consumed on an empty stomach, can do more harm than good. Caffeine constricts blood vessels, elevates blood pressure, and increases heart rate, especially in individuals already managing cardiovascular conditions or clogged arteries. That jolt you feel might make you alert, but it puts your heart and brain circulation under strain, increasing your risk of stroke or mini-strokes during the first few hours of the day. Let's break down the real issue. Your brain is 75% water. Even a slight drop in hydration can reduce oxygen delivery, slow nerve function, and disrupt your body's ability to regulate blood pressure. Dehydrated blood flows sluggishly and is more prone to clotting, especially in older adults who may already have poor circulation or be on medications like blood pressure pills or blood thinners. In fact, studies have shown that dehydration is a leading yet underestimated risk factor for stroke in seniors. It often goes undetected because the symptoms, fatigue, dizziness, dry mouth, are easy to ignore or blame on aging. But failing to hydrate before drinking coffee can cause irregular heartbeat, impair blood flow, and worsen vascular inflammation over time. So, what should you do instead? Make water your first medicine. Drink a full glass of room temperature water before you eat or drink anything else. This helps thin the blood naturally, supports healthy oxygen flow, and reduces the strain on your heart. It's one of the simplest and most effective habits for stroke prevention. Delay your coffee. Wait 20 to 30 minutes after hydrating and eating a small breakfast before drinking coffee. This gives your system time to stabilize and protects your blood vessels from sudden constriction. Consider natural support. Seniors may benefit from heart supplements like magnesium, CoQ10, or omega-3s, all of which support healthy blood pressure and reduce vascular stress. But no supplement can replace the power of proper hydration and balanced morning routines. If you need flavor in your water, try adding lemon juice or a pinch of sea salt. Both support metabolism and help retain electrolytes. Herbal teas, such as ginger or hibiscus, can also offer gentle stimulation without the risks associated with excess caffeine. Finally, remember this. Your heart isn't asking for stimulation. It's asking for support. That starts with water, gentle movement, and time to wake up gradually. A calm heart is a healthy heart, and a hydrated brain is better equipped to avoid clotting, confusion, or memory slips. How your breakfast may be silently harming your brain and heart. Many seniors believe that eating breakfast is always healthy, but that depends entirely on what you eat. If your morning starts with processed foods high in sodium, like instant oatmeal packets, cheese-filled eggs, sausages, or store-bought bread, you may be unknowingly raising your blood pressure and damaging your cardiovascular health. Why is this dangerous? Excess sodium stiffens arteries, increases fluid retention, and creates more pressure on your heart and blood vessels. When this pressure reaches the tiny, delicate vessels in your brain, it can cause them to burst, resulting in a stroke. This is especially concerning because your blood pressure naturally spikes in the early morning hours. Combine that natural spike with a salty breakfast, and it becomes a risky equation. For seniors who already suffer from clogged arteries or high blood pressure, the damage is even more pronounced. You may feel fine for years, but internally, your arteries are silently hardening and narrowing. Over time, this weakens circulation, increases the risk of blood clotting, and leaves your brain vulnerable to oxygen loss. So, what should you eat instead? The key is to prioritize a heart-friendly diet. Choose breakfasts rich in potassium and fiber and low in added salt. Great options include unsalted oatmeal with fruit, boiled eggs, avocado on whole grain toast, or a smoothie with leafy greens and berries. These meals support heart health, help reduce cholesterol naturally, and promote healthy arteries without overloading your system. Another silent threat is drinking too much coffee on an empty stomach. Coffee contains caffeine, which stimulates the nervous system and causes blood vessels to constrict. For seniors, especially those with heartbeat irregularities, this can spike blood pressure quickly and interrupt blood flow to the brain. Multiple cups in a row may make you feel alert, but they can overstimulate the heart and increase the risk of mini-strokes or abnormal heart rhythms. The solution isn't to give up coffee entirely, but to time it wisely. Drink water first, eat a light breakfast, then enjoy one moderate cup of coffee if you choose. Avoid heavy creamers and sugar, as these increase inflammation and can damage vessel walls. One more morning mistake that often goes unnoticed is ignoring dizziness or weakness. If you feel lightheaded, off balance, or slightly confused upon waking, don't dismiss it as just aging. These could be signs of poor circulation, or worse, a transient ischemic attack, mini-stroke. Early morning is a common time for these events, and though they may pass quickly, they are red flags for future major strokes. If you ever wake up with unusual symptoms, slurred speech, facial drooping, arm weakness, or dizziness, act immediately. Call a doctor, track the episode, and don't wait to see if it goes away. Stroke prevention depends on responding to early signs, no matter how small they may seem. By being mindful of what you eat, how you hydrate, and how you feel each morning, you take powerful steps toward protecting your brain, blood vessels, and heart. Don't let breakfast become your silent enemy. Make it your strongest ally. Morning habits that silently increase stroke risk without you noticing. We often associate stroke risk with big health events, but the truth is, most strokes build quietly over time, triggered by small daily choices. Among these, 2 overlooked habits stand out: delaying your morning bathroom visit and mismanaging medications. They may seem harmless, but both can significantly increase your risk of dangerous blood clots, high blood pressure, and even cognitive decline. Let's start with something surprisingly simple: holding in your urine after waking. Most people assume it's okay to check their phone, prepare breakfast, or wait a while before going to the bathroom. But if you're over 60, this habit could be harming your heart and brain. When you hold urine in the morning, your bladder becomes overfilled. This triggers your body to release stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones narrow blood vessels, spike blood pressure, and can overstimulate your heart. For seniors with clogged arteries or weakened vessels, this sudden internal pressure is dangerous. It can lead to heartbeat irregularities, reduced brain oxygen, and in severe cases, a stroke. In fact, studies have shown that morning blood pressure spikes are closely tied to early stroke events, especially in older adults. Add an overfilled bladder into the equation, and you create the perfect storm for vascular damage. It's a silent trigger that's easy to fix. When your body signals you to go, go. Don't ignore nature's message. Respond quickly and respectfully. Another high-risk habit is skipping or mismanaging morning medications. Whether it's forgetting to take your blood pressure pill, taking the wrong dose, or washing your pills down with coffee instead of water, these mistakes matter. Medications like blood thinners, antihypertensives, and cholesterol drugs are often time-sensitive. Taking them late or incorrectly reduces their effectiveness and can cause sudden imbalances in blood pressure and blood consistency. Worse, some seniors try to double dose if they missed a pill the day before. This can lead to internal bleeding, dangerously low pressure, or over-thinning of the blood. Others take pills without food or proper hydration, reducing absorption and delaying effects. These are not harmless errors. They're risks that grow more dangerous with age. The solution? Create a stable routine. Use pill organizers. Set reminders. Keep water at your bedside. Never adjust your dosage without talking to a doctor. Think of your morning pills as your daily heart protection plan. You wouldn't leave your front door unlocked, so don't let your brain and heart go unprotected either. Combine this with the earlier tips: hydrating early, eating low-sodium meals, delaying caffeine, and you're already significantly reducing your stroke risk. These habits don't require effort, only awareness. But the rewards are profound: improved circulation, lower blood pressure, better memory, and years of protected brain function. Don't wait for a health scare to take action. Every senior deserves a calm, supported morning, not a rush of silent threats. Your brain and heart have carried you for decades. Now it's your turn to support them, with smart, simple routines that matter more than you think. Small morning changes that could save your heart, brain, and life. You don't need to overhaul your life to reduce your risk of stroke and heart disease. The truth is, the most dangerous habits are often the ones we think are harmless, and they usually happen right after we wake up. Think about it. Jumping out of bed too fast, skipping hydration, drinking coffee before eating, eating salty processed breakfast foods, ignoring lightheadedness, forgetting your morning medications, or delaying a trip to the bathroom. Each of these may seem small on its own, but over time, they silently build up into real danger. Clogged arteries, poor circulation, high blood pressure, and even deadly blood clots. The body, especially after age 60, becomes more sensitive to stress, dehydration, and inflammation. Your arteries are not as flexible, your circulation slows, your heart needs more care, not more caffeine, salt, or shock. But here's the hopeful part. You can take control starting tomorrow morning. By changing a few simple routines, you can give your heart and brain exactly what they need to function at their best. Here's your new morning checklist for senior heart care. Wake up slowly. Give your body at least 1 to 2 minutes to adjust. Sit on the edge of the bed, take a few deep breaths, and allow your circulation to catch up. Drink a full glass of room temperature water. Don't wait until you're thirsty. Your body is already dehydrated after a night of sleep. Water thins the blood, improves oxygen delivery, and supports brain function. Empty your bladder. Don't hold it. Ignoring nature's call increases blood pressure and triggers stress hormones that harm your vessels. Eat a low-sodium, heart-friendly breakfast. Oatmeal with fruit, boiled eggs, whole grain toast with avocado. These are smart choices that nourish without overloading your system. Take your medications with water and a light snack. Use a pill organizer and never skip or double dose. These medications are often the first line of defense against stroke and heart failure. Delay your coffee. Wait 20 to 30 minutes after eating and hydrating. If you do drink coffee, limit it to 1 moderate cup and avoid adding sugar or creamers. Pay attention to symptoms. If you feel dizzy, foggy, or weak, don't ignore it. Track your symptoms, talk to your doctor, and treat every warning sign with the seriousness it deserves. These changes are not about restriction, they are about protection. A well-paced, heart-supporting morning is one of the most powerful tools you have to extend your independence, protect your memory, and reduce your risk of blood clots, heart attack, and stroke. You've lived a long life. Your heart has worked tirelessly for you. It's time you returned the favor. If this article helped you understand your mornings in a new way, we invite you to keep learning and caring for your health. Subscribe to Health Tip 365, your trusted companion for senior wellness, stroke prevention, and smart daily habits. We're here to guide you every step of the way.